Breon, the Terriers got their first win of the year against Tennessee Tech last week. What did it mean to the club after a difficult day against Clemson to get in the win column?
It was great to get a win, like just putting that win under your belt for the defense, for the offense. Everything was clicking, so that was just awesome to come out and defend the home turf. You know, we're 6-0 now and there at home, so that's great.
You faced a team with a very good receiver in Brock McCoyne for Tennessee Tech. They threw for over 300 yards the week before. What did the secondary do well this past Saturday night?
We didn't give up any cheap ones. Like, one thing we watched on film with him, like, he got open, he found ways to make plays. He made some plays on Saturday, but what he did against Houston, they gave up some cheap ones, blown assignments, and that's what we didn't do this Saturday. So that's why I think we kind of like held him to a little bit under what he did on pass against Houston. So that was awesome.
This week, the team gets on a plane and goes all the way across the country. You looking forward to seeing another part of the world?
Personally, I don't like to travel. I'm more of a homebody, so I am looking forward to go play Idaho, though. I am looking forward to going over there. I just don't like traveling that far. Like, when we played Baylor that year, I did not like going down there that far. I'm more, let's just be an hour away type thing, Western Carolina, Furman.
Do you like playing FBS programs, though, playing up a level?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's especially like big programs like Clemson, the Georgia Tech game last year. Those are always fun. So I'll get to see Idaho playing in the Dome. It'll be my second time playing in the Dome, so that'll be interesting.
You are a veteran on this secondary. Talk about your development while you've been here at Wofford. First as a football player, and we'll get to the other in a minute.
I came in my freshman year, and Blake Wiley and Stephon Shelton and C.J. Turner, great mentors for me. Like, got to look up to those guys, and that's what I modeled myself after, being able to be technique, sound like Blake, and then just go make plays like Stephon, and then being a hard worker like CJ. So, and then that's what I try to model for people on the field, the younger corners like Dominique and even Josh and Chris and all them, and Noah. So that's what I try to model. So, and I finally got my shot last year, and I stepped up and made some plays. So that's kind of where it happened for me.
Nick, team got a win under its belt against Tennessee Tech after a difficult day against Clemson. The offense struggled against the Tigers, but they're really good. What was clicking so well? What did it feel like to have the offense do what it did against Tennessee Tech?
Well, obviously Clemson was a little bit bigger, a little bit faster than Tennessee's Tech, but really the main thing that hurt us was they did a few different things schematically that we weren't expecting, so we weren't as prepared as we wanted to be for stuff like that. It took us a little while to adjust. And with Tennessee Tech, we felt like we were a lot more prepared, kept the ball in our hands a while, which in turn helped our defense out a lot. And it's hard for, like, you can't blame the defense against Clemson. It's hard for them to do anything when we go 3 and out 9 times in a row. But no, it felt really good, especially to get 444 yards. I don't know how many rushing yards we had, but yeah, if like all of our backs averaging like 5 yards a carry, some up to the 10s. It felt awesome.
You know, you mentioned making adjustments. The very first series against Tennessee Tech, Wofford went 4 and out. They went for it on 4th down, didn't come up with it. And then the second series, things just seemed to fall into place. What were adjustments made that quickly?
I don't think any adjustments were made. I think we just kind of got our heads on straight. Maybe a little first home game jitters, little bit of adjustment phase there. But I think we just came out and ready to play ball, and Coach Lang was making the right calls. Our offensive line was a little bit easier to move those guys back than Clemson, but they had all their assignments, and technique was great, and yeah, they were pushing the guys back. It was hard not to get at least 3 yards a carry with how much movement they were getting.
We talked about the fact the offense clicked against Tennessee Tech. Now you go out to Idaho. Your thoughts on going all the way across the country to play?
Yeah, before I came to Wofford, I've only been on the plane once, and it wasn't even that far of a plane ride. It was down to Disney World with my buddy. But yeah, so I love roller coasters, love stuff like that. I think the flying on airplane is really cool. So yeah, going to Baylor was a really cool experience for me my freshman year. So I'm really excited to travel all the way across to Moscow, Idaho. That's going to be a pretty neat experience.